I finally started reading my first ever Freida McFadden book the other day. It's called The Locked Door. I haven't finished it yet, so please don't spoil me in the comments, but I'm quite enjoying it after putting it off for such a long time, so I wanted to talk about it on here. I've owned this book for quite a while, and the reason that I kept putting it off was because I low-key felt like I was getting a complex about this book because I've got multiple friends that are huge fans of Freida McFadden, and obviously I love thrillers, so I would constantly be recommended this author by them, and every time it happened, I'd be like, oh, I actually have a Freida McFadden book at home that I just haven't read yet, and they'd be like, which one? And I'd say The Locked Door, and they'd go, I haven't read that one. And then I was like, what is the deal that all of my Freida McFadden friends have never read this book? Like, what's wrong with this book? And also, I don't know if you can really tell from like the cover, but this is like an independently published book, and I don't think her other works are independently published. So I don't really know what the deal is with this book, but I've never really heard anybody talk about this one specifically. This book has collected dust on my shelf for over 2 years, and the reason that I know that is because on the inside flap it says Terry from Diane. Now, if you're new to my TikTok, my name is not Terry or Diane, but Terry is the name of my coworker from back when I used to work at Hallmark, which was over 2 years ago, and she's the one that gave this to me. So Diane, if you're watching, I'm sorry to say Terry did not appreciate your present. But now I should probably actually tell you what this book is about because it is quite interesting. So obviously it is a thriller. We're following our main character called Nora Davis, and she is a surgeon, and the book mainly takes place in the present, but we do have these flashback chapters to 26 years earlier when Nora was 11, and essentially she lives with her parents, and there is a basement that is always locked that is her dad's workshop, but she later finds out when her father is inevitably arrested that he was a serial unaliver that was torturing young girls in their basement. And as of this point in the story, because like I said, I haven't finished this book yet, so don't spoil it for me, but as of this point we don't know if like how much her mother like knew about what's happening. Like, that hasn't been revealed yet, and I think that's going to be one of the twists. But now that Nora is an adult, like I said, she's a surgeon, so she saves people's lives, and she's tried her best to distance herself from her father and her father's name. She changed her last name. She doesn't want to be associated with it. And then girls start showing up unalived with their hands cut off, which was her father's like signature, so to speak. So that is all I want to tell you without revealing too much, because I am like 200 pages into this, so I think a couple of the twists have already happened for me. But I do want to say that something that I thought is most intriguing about this book and the main character that we're following is there's a line that says in here, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. If that gives you any kind of indication of what kind of a character Nora is. And I'm really, really enjoying that aspect of the story because it's something that is a bit unique to thrillers. Obviously, it's been done before, but this is the best I've seen it done so far. So hopefully I like how it ends.